Shadowlands got pushed out a month. And believe me, I was in the beta of Shadowlands. It needed that month. It needed another couple of months and a few other things, but it definitely needed that 1 month. Hey y'all, it's Nim or Nimacree if you're feeling professional, and welcome to the YouTube video. Now today we're going to be talking about tier set names and item sets on the Dragonflight beta. Now normally I would go to a huge, big, read the article and give all my things. That's what I'm going to do. So we're just going to skip right to that after I say, hey, listen, I was looking at the analytics. A lot of people who view this aren't subscribed. Why not? Go on and subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with everything the channel does. I'm pretty good with World of Warcraft, but if you don't like WoW, okay too. Now, on to the actual thing that we're trying to look at here. So, on the Dragonflight beta, the official names for Dragonflight Season 1 tier sets have been added. Yay! Great, we know that they're going to be a thing. That's awesome, because we must remember, if we rewind the clock back, and that's Zelda, but it works for now. Realize that after Warlords of Draenor, we did not have tier sets. The reasons the devs gave were that the tier set bonuses were boring and didn't add anything to gameplay. Now, I'm going to ask you guys a question, right? And I want you to pull out your calculator, because you may need it for this one. It's multiple choice, so take your time. You don't have to show your work, but if you want to, you can. The question is, who designs the tier set bonuses? Is it A, the devs? B, the players? C, a donkey? Or D, the Castlevania poster in my room? Answer now. If you said A, you're right. Congratulations. You win something. I don't know what it is, and I don't know who you should contact, but you do win. So, sarcasm aside, the devs are the ones that design things. The devs are the ones that decide to make if a bonus is boring or good or not good. So keep that in mind. But I am glad that tier sets are coming back. I liked tier sets in the final patch of Shadowlands, so I'm glad to see they're continuing that idea. Tier sets are great. We should always use them. Unless you can give me a good reason not to. And not having a good design just tells me, okay, well, why didn't you ask the community? I'm sure someone on the community could have come up with something for each of these classes, right? You telling me that you couldn't find one, I don't know, let's say Druid, who could come up with an interesting way to do, I don't know, Starfall? Like, now Starfall's something. I don't know, and it doesn't have to be like that forever, it's just one tier. Oh, this tier, Starfall just absolutely drops sledgehammers as opposed to, like, shiny nature lights. Or the Shaman. Guess what, Shaman? I don't know. Flame Shock actually does Lava Shock 25% of the time. You're like, or Lava Blast. Oh, okay. Oh, it also puts the Flame Shock dot on. Oh, okay. Random free proc? Yeah, I don't know. These are just things I'm just throwing out of my head. Anyways, now the build contained the spell IDs, which contain 2 and 4 actual set bonuses, but unfortunately these spells don't currently exist. Now I just want to pause it there for a second. These spells don't currently exist. So let's mouse over the best class in the game, my favorite class in the game. These are actually 2 different things. But the Paladin, right? Love the Paladin. Boy, Nim loves the Paladin. Who would have guessed? Who would have thought that Nim loves the Paladin? Not Nim, not I, sir, ma'am, friend, being, Thane, entity. No one would have guessed that Nim loves the Paladin. Why, it's an absolute mystery. Just a mystery as to how Nim loves the Paladin. But, looking at this, we can see that Virtuous Silver Cataphract. Now, I'm not so familiar with that word. I'm sure it's a type of armor, or a set. It's 2 pieces for Holy, unknown. 2 pieces for Ret, unknown. 2 pieces for Protection, unknown. The 4 pieces for the 3 specs are also unknown. Okay, well, let's take another one. Warrior, right? Big swords, swing, swing. Sometimes big sword and shield, swing. Because it's only one-handed, so swing. But I guess what if you get the shield bash? So it's swing, clang. Swing, clang. Yeah, that's how it works. Unknown. Warlock. You want to sacrifice your friends to demons? Get a group. unknown. Shaman, unknown. Rogue, unknown. Priest, unknown. Monk, unknown. Mage, unknown. Hunter, unknown. Evoker, unknown. Now I will give Evoker a bit of time there because it's a new class, so there will actually be some things that some tuning will need to happen. Druid, unknown. Demon Hunter, unknown. And, of course, Death Knight, unknown. But Death Knights can be unknown now because Wrath Classic just came out today when you're reading this. So they get to have Wrath Classic. They don't need tier in retail. I'm kidding. My Death Knight friends, do not grip me out of my focus or out of my casts. I love you. You are supported. And I would hug you and give you warmth, but a lot of you are frost. And that's kind of antithetical to what you're going for. So, I get it. I get it. The point here is that I'm glad these all have models, and you can click on them if you want. I found a few of them. I looked at a few of them, and I was like, maybe it's the normal mode. Or not the rogue. Nothing jumped out at me like, oh man, that's going to be awesome. I can't wait to have that. But the point that I'm throwing out is that all of these are unknown. Now, according to a previous statement from Blizzard, as this upcoming beta build / PTR, they are not going to focus on design so much as they are tuning. Now, designing new class abilities, well, it's in the name, you're gonna need to focus on some design. Once you have the idea of what you want it to do, you then tune it to numbers. And so you start with the thing, like, this is a glass, right? If I wanted to, I could just pour liquid all over my face and somehow slake my thirst, right? And that could work. It's also super inefficient. So someone was like, I'm thirsty, but I need a way so that my face isn't always wet. And I can hold on to stuff because I can't always scoop it off the ground. It's dirty. Ground's dirty. Okay, they're like, what if, so if I set something there, water stands still on a table. But what if I dig something deeper into the table, holds more water? People are like, yeah. So then you had these drinking tables. Someone was like, what if I take the drinking table and put it in your hand? And then minds were blown, right? That's the process you start with. You start with, okay, you have a problem or something you need to implement. You then design it. You then further iterate on it. Then you tune it. And eventually you end up with a really nice drinking stein. It's flavored water. Really, it's quite good. So keep that in mind. For all my sarcasm and jokes aside, I do acknowledge that dev work is hard. There's no two ways about it, because not only does it have to function, it also has to be fun and engaging. And even if you give your level best effort, like you're in there, 16, 17, 18 hours a day, just grinding at this, there are still going to be people who are like, oh, that sucks, man. I hate that. And the answer is, okay. So I get it. I believe the devs will pull something off and it'll be fun. Even if it's just random buffs or random proc chances, or heaven forbid for Paladin, maybe a cooldown reduction. I am fine with cooldown reduction. I think a cooldown reduction on Avenging Wrath would be quite wonderful. But that's, and more importantly, you can recycle old bonuses too. You know what was really cool? Vision of Perfection. Fantastic bonus. So, I don't know, it's a thought. Think about it. Anyways, guys, I made this video not to slag anyone off. I made this video to just kind of illustrate a point that it would be fine if Dragonflight was pushed out a little bit. It's fine. Shadowlands got pushed out a month. And believe me, I was in the beta of Shadowlands. It needed that month. It needed another couple of months and a few other things, but it definitely needed that 1 month. And if you're telling me like, oh, we're not going to release in November, we're going to release at the end of December. Okay, you already bought yourself some time. The launcher says we can't even have this until at the absolute latest, 12/31/22, right? So give yourself a little bit of time. It's fine. We don't have to raid over Christmas. It's okay. It's fine. Anyways, listen, if you guys like this video, or you like what I did in specific, go on and hit subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with everything the channel does. Additionally, I've been told I should push this more often. I stream on Twitch, currently Friday, Saturday, Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those who are social media inclined, you can follow me on Twitter at Mimicry. And for those who want to parse at Rank 1, we are currently working on YouTube channel memberships, which we once those are live, there will, of course, be an announcement and things like that. And there is Patreon. Patreon, of course, is a great way to support small creators, much like myself. You can find all of that stuff at patreon.com/Mimicry. Listen, I don't like making super critical videos of World of Warcraft. I don't. I like WoW. It's one of my favorite games, if not my favorite game. Even though there are times where I want to throw my keyboard and be like, I hate this game. I'm never playing it again until tomorrow. That's a thing. The meme is real. I hope that Dragonflight turns the trend of expansions being bad around. I really do. And based on some things I've seen, there's definitely some promise there. It's just, can they deliver? And I hope they can. That being said, everybody, enjoy the video, have fun, and may the mount you're farming drop on the first kill.